What up, everybody? Back once again. I didn't get a chance to really get into this on the Is the Mic Still On podcast. I just saw the headline, didn't get a chance to read it, but I just read it. I read it now. I think there's a post on Reddit about this, but about me saying this, but I'm gonna say it, bro. Desantis, I think it's over. I think it's done. I think it's a wrap. The headline is Desantis faces pushback in Florida as voters tire of war on woke, written by Lori Rosa. It's in the Washington Post. Take that for what you may, if you feel like it's biased or whatnot. But nevertheless, the information I found very, very interesting. And I think the timing is very, very interesting, and the reframing of things in here is very, very interesting. For years leading up to his attempt to become the presidential nominee, DeSantis has been basically trying to roll out a Trump playbook, and by leaning into anti-woke things. He has this war on woke agenda that he's been doing. It was in his eyes, his estimation, that this is one of the things that Trump was able to tap into. So I'm going to tap into this as well and see if I can ride this wave to the presidential office. And what he did not realize is that maybe, just maybe, is Trump. Maybe he just is charismatic enough to tap into that base and other bases to get people to vote for him. I mean, this guy got racist people voting for him, and he got black folks voting for him. Like, he got everybody voting for him. Can you imagine the KKK and the damn black folks walking up to the polls together to vote for Trump? It makes no sense. But nevertheless, this guy's able to just do that. But this isn't about him, all right? This is about DeSantis. And ever since he did not get the nomination and he lost horribly, these people, man, they're like, all right, well, shit, you a loser. We don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. As a matter of fact, all this other stuff you were doing that we agree with because we didn't know if you were become president, so we need to kind of hedge ourselves and protect ourselves. Now that that's over and done with, so are you. So I'm going through this article, and it's kind of wild. So let's go through some of the things that he hasn't been able to get done, some of his ideas. And this is not to say that these ideas won't ever come back. These ideas won't ever get passed. We're just documenting what's going on right now. All right, so we have parents and others organizing to protest school book bans. Abortion rights advocates gathered enough signatures to put an issue on the ballot in Florida in November. A bill that would have established fetal personhood stalled before it can reach a vote. Judges are canceling some of DeSantis' marquee laws, including Stop Woke Act, which is actually, kind of big now. Because I would imagine that if he was the presidential nominee, I don't know if that would have happened. Like, remember, we're in politics here, and it's more about political gain and favor than the American people. We're very, very low on the bottom of the list. These people do stuff that's self-serving. So a 3-judge panel at the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit ruled Monday that the law sees the bounds of the Constitution's First Amendment right to freedom of speech and expression. For the record, this article was written March 9th. What else happened to old DeSantis, old Ron? All right, so there's a Republican Senate President, Kathleen Pasademo, who they're crediting for some of this shift that's going on. They said she actually stopped several culture bills from progressing in the Senate, including one that would have punished local officials who oversaw the removal of Confederate monuments. This fool wanted to pass a bill to stop the removal of Confederate monuments, saying that he needed to stop the madness. There was a man who stood up and said that he wanted to protect Confederate statues to push white culture and white supremacy. This was said out loud. Democrats walked out. A lot of the folks walked out. Republicans stayed. The bill was approved, but Pasademo was like, nah, bro, We ain't even doing this. I ain't even bringing this. I ain't even bringing this to the full Senate. We're not doing this. What are y'all doing? So anyway, there's some other stuff detailed in the article. You guys can read it if you want to, but I just thought it was interesting. And it's correlation isn't causation, but you can look at the fact that once he lost the presidential nomination, a lot of his stuff just started to not work anymore. And what the framing is now that they're saying is that, look, the people in Florida don't care about this woke stuff when our insurance is high. We trying to pay bills every month. All this other stuff that you're dragging us into is of no concern because we're just trying to get to the next day and the next day and the week after that, the month, and then halfway through the year, and then trying to get through the year. And you got on here lumping us into your mess about woke this, banning books, that, and all the kind of other stuff. It's like, bro, I just need to deal with my problems. Don't make your problems my problems. So yeah, man, I right now I think Florida has been sort of a litmus test for things that go on in the world. Florida is also a state that tends to do whatever it wants to and is its own thing. But nevertheless, I think it is somewhat interesting seeing that people in Florida are now over this anti-woke stuff, and you're starting to see a pushback against these anti-LGBTQIA plus laws, this whole book banning thing. So it's something to observe and watch and monitor if you're into that sort of thing. Nothing changes overnight. It's possibly a trend. It's the beginning of the trend, but the trend can be rejected, and they can go back to being exactly who they are or were prior to this sudden this slight reversal. But I think it's interesting, and I think that after dragging Florida through the mud with his personal agendas to try to win office, it's gotten to a point now where in Florida just over it. They won't help. This woke stuff is other people's problem. OPP, shout out to Naughty by Nature. But right now, nah, bruh. Right now, nah, I'm good. I need to deal with my property tax, my insurance costs. I need to put food on the table. Help me with that. So anyway, yeah, man, I think it's a wrap, but we'll see. Yeah, but that's it, man. I didn't get a chance to talk about it in detail on or with the crew on Is the Mic Salone. I'll probably bring it up, if the time right is fitting with them, just get their thoughts on it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to just a little data about this, and yeah, that's it. So anyway, yeah, hit that subscribe button, that like button, man, and I'll be back with another video later on. I'm out.